So my name is Nicole Musgrave, and I'm telling my quilt story at Community Quilt Day in Hazard, Kentucky. And today is Saturday, May 27th, 2023. And this is a quilt I made. I finished it yesterday, but I pieced the top quite a few months back. But I've been making quilts recently and thinking a lot about my connection to family and memories that I have with family, in part because for my day job, I'm a folklorist and I'm often interviewing and talking with other people about their cultural traditions and connections to family and creative practice. I've been trying to turn a little inward with that. And so for this quilt, I was thinking a lot about my connection to my mother and the way that we're connected through clothing. We both have a love of clothes and getting dressed. And she saved a lot of her clothes over the year, and I have a lot of her clothes and wear a lot of them. Um, and so this piece here is actually a sleeve from one of her dresses that I cut off because I didn't want sleeves on it. I still wear the dress a lot. Um, and the fabric here is from a vintage coat of mine that had sort of worn down enough. And so sort of both of our pieces of clothing in there. And this denim piece here is from a denim jacket that I trash picked out of the dumpster in my old apartment. I should say I always use secondhand materials. That's something that's really important to me in my quilt practice. But when I was a bratty teenager, I always felt that my mom sort of held on to the fashion of the 80s a little too long and would be embarrassed by all the, acid wash denim and sequins she would wear to my basketball games. But now I think it was very rad. But so this is sort of represents my memory of that. And the yellow here, there's this yellow leather jacket that she gave to me that I wear often. And this is very much sort of the color of that jacket and made me think of that. And then I just, was thinking of other things that we sort of have in common or things about her that I really appreciate, which is a love of birds, a love of flowers. So those are some of the things that I was thinking about in making this quilt. And something that I think is sort of funny to me when I look at this is there's this big old hole in the sleeve. And my mom, wearing a lot of her old clothing, I have found that she was very hard on her clothing. Like I see where there's lots of things worn out or ways that she's repaired it. And she wasn't um, always super technical in the way she would repair things. Like I have dresses of hers that have like Scotch tape and staples on the hem, as well as just ways that she would sew to like make a repair work. And so I appreciate that there's this hole in the dress because it sort of makes me think of some of the repairs I've seen on her clothes or some of the wear that I've seen on them. Um, and I think that's all I have to say about this quilt. So thank you.